In this short video, we're going to go over information a little more advanced about editing and how you can add different elements into your pages. Now, the main pages, you probably only want to change some of the content that's in those. What I would stick to is mostly what we have laid out here, but you certainly can add different elements in through the pages. There's a lot here on the website that you can change, some of the info. But for the most part, you want to stick to your blog. That's what I would recommend. If you want to do any post or any additional changes, I would do those here because it will get indexed quickly and you'll be able to add anything you want. But the main elements you probably want to leave alone except for changing some of the content. There's a lot here. You can change photos and change those and customize it the way you like them. But for the most part, I would probably stick to the main page and just stick to the blog. But let me show you anyway how to do some additional elements. Now let's just say on your free estimate form you may want to put something across the top here that says free estimate form. So let's go ahead and launch the Contractor OS page builder. Once that comes up, we'll go down to row layout, and you've got a few different columns here. This is where all the elements are for all of your pages. And you can click on basic module. You've got text and video and phone, photo, text editor, and all these different modules that are in here. And we've got some save global rows. You don't want to get into these and start changing those. But for the most part, a button, HTML, heading, photo, separator, text, and video is going to be your primary functionality. So let's go ahead and add a basic row, which is a one column row. Now we can bring it down into the box. You can see the red line that goes around it, or we can drag it above it. It automatically opens a box above it. Now we want this to go the whole length or the width of the page. So let's click on the row settings with the wrench. And we're going to go ahead and take that, it says width, and bring it to, it's at fixed default. Let's go to full width. Default is going to be the standard height. You can change it to whatever you want, a full height, but for the most part we'll leave it at that. You've got some link color, text color, hover color, heading color, and this is what we want to change as a background color. So let's go ahead. You can add color, photo, video, slideshow, parallax. What I'm going to do is just add a color to this. Let's go down to the dropper and you can pick the color you want. So I like the gray up there, and let's go ahead and click save. And you may want a border in there, so let's open that again. I want to look at one thing. As we went through that, you can put a border on this as well, slot, dashed, dotted, or double. So you can really add a lot to that. But what we're going to do is go add the element, and again let's go to add content. Now the basic module drop down, you can add audio, a button, HTML, heading, a photo, separator, and a text editor, or a video. So we're going to add a heading. So let's grab the heading and drag that into that box. That will bring up the style, advanced, but the general is where you put this in. And let's go ahead and call that a free, we want to make that free estimate form. And you can actually make this a link and make the whole page a link, but we're not going to do that. Target will be a new window. If you wanted to have it go to a separate page or to another website, you can do that. Let's go to style, and this is where you can pick the text color, and we're probably going to make that white. I think that would look good. Let's go ahead and open that again. For some reason we had a little bit of a, let's hit save on that and see how that comes out. Little delay, but let's go back to the style, text color. Let me get rid of that. Let's pick the text color, and I'm going to center that. We'll go back to that in a second here. Probably want to make that an H2 or an H1. Let's look and see how that looks. Well, I'm actually going to make my own font size. Let's go to custom, and we'll make that like a 36 and see how that looks. Make it a little bigger, maybe a 46. See, that's that doesn't look bad. Let's go ahead and even make it bigger. Let's go back to style, and we'll go to 56 with that. Okay, alignment. We want to center that to the center. I don't know why that didn't center that, but we'll go to custom, alignment, center. Yeah, font size. Well, actually, we're going to leave that alone and let it do it automatically. Default. That's for the mobile. Default font size. Let's pick a nice one here to see what it looks like. You can pick whatever you want for any type of. We'll go to bold or normal. Right. Let's see what's going on with this center. It actually is center. So, and I even like it a little bigger and maybe a different font. Let's take a look here and see what we like for a real good font. There's a lot of good fonts. I mean, you can basically, they've got so many in here. You can pick whatever you like. There's many different form. Let's see, 65 might look good on that. I like the Mayrid Pro. That one's always a. But we'll go back here and just go to something that's similar. And click on that. So now you have the free estimate form up top. It's all in the page. You can see how nice that looks on there. Let's go to done and save changes, publish changes. Now we go back to your website, go to the dashboard, go back to visit site, and you're going to see how nice that looks on your new free estimate form. And it gives that nice, just a new border that goes around that. And that's how you add another element. And we'll see you in the next video.